If I can look back to when my dad was around, my dad was 81 when he passed.
He wasn't scared to try new things. He, back in Holland already, he was one of the first guys to put in a pipeline. And then when they moved to Canada with no money, it was, let's see how we can make this work. He chopped corn silage the fall before he passed. He was a big part of the farm. Came every day. My Opa was 81 years old and he was still running the harvester.
I miss him.
Yeah.
We're just so blessed to be able to continue on what they started.
He'd be proud, I think. I think he'd say this is good.
Yeah, Hanky?
Yeah, Hanky?
Yeah, he would be proud.
Yep.
Oh.
You know, him being the 4th generation dairy farmer
It's a quiet time in the barn right now.
makes me very proud. I don't know how to explain that feeling. To have somebody continue on the Dirksen name.
My Opa did it. Now my dad's gonna do it. He's gonna run the harvester. It's his turn now, so I would hope for the same thing. He's gonna live that on as well.
Matt, look, it's your girlfriend.
Darla.
Where'd you even come up with that name?
Because she's a darling.
She's a darling, so you called her
I call
Darla?
her Darla.
We always got along really well,
For the most part,
for the most part.
definitely. She was always a pain in my butt.
My mom and dad bought this farm in 1980, moved here from Holland. It's our living, right? So you look after them, they look after you, you know? We've been farming ever since.
What happens on a dairy farm is that we try to produce the highest quality milk that we can possible. We also want to do that most cost effectively and most efficiently. So that comes down to a high quality feed, and that's a nice environment in the barn as well. So these are robotic milkers. So the cows come in voluntarily on their own. When they want to get milked, they come in. Right now they're going in about 3 times a day average. So when they feel like coming in, they just come in, get milked. Yeah, it works really slick, really slick.
If a cow has a bit of a fever, it will come up on the watch list. Everything is right there. It's amazing.
It gives us a little more flexibility, a little more room to be able to go out in the fields and get our own field work done also. You can tell with our mowers that we run conditioners, so it breaks the stalks, benefits us greatly. That way we can make hay in a day. It's critical that we can get the job done effectively and efficiently, right? So having the right equipment for the job is very important for us.
It's going all out, eggs Benny.
I'm usually not here this early in the morning for breakfast.
No.
It's a family operation, and you feel like family when you come here. You always feel welcome here, and that's what makes it fun and why we keep coming back.
Canadian Dairy Farmers of Ontario, Dairy Farmers of Canada.
How many times have I been out here?
Too many.
Too many, yeah.
Oh, maybe about a dozen.
Yeah, at least, yeah. No, 25 years this July is when I started with New Holland.
Best
Yeah.
25 years of my life.
Exactly.
Everybody becomes like family. And as you've noticed with Brian, he's not just our sales dealer, he's our friend. He's our good friend.
When Brian brought out our first forage harvester, I remember him coming out that day.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't know why I remember that. Would have been 9.
Wow.
But
It's a friendship. We've developed such a friendship with Brian.
Yeah.
well, and I think part of it too that is reassuring is the fact that when something's wrong or something has happened, it's not a different person coming to visit you every time.
It's neat to get to know people like that, right? And then you're kind of in your comfort zone. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
In our dealership, we want the farmer to be successful. In order to be successful on a scale like what Hank is, you've got to know what he's doing. You've got to get that relationship built. And it was just a very easy relationship right from the start. Like, very personal person Hank was, and it made it easy to do business with him.
Ah, you did. When we do a deal, he gives me a price, and I know it's the best price. And I'm not gonna phone another dealer and see if I can get a better deal. That's just
He says you need new tires on it though, different tires.
turf tires.
Yeah.
It's just we got something going that works. It's a good day for hay, boys.
What works for Hank on this farm here, he's got several T7 tractors, which are a good sized tractor for his operation. The technology that's in those tractors is what he's using to make his farm more profitable, more efficient.
The New Holland chopper now, when it gets too wet, it will start cutting it longer automatically, and then when it gets dry, it cuts it shorter.
As New Holland brings out that new technology, we always like to make sure we share that with our customers to make sure they're getting the best benefit from that equipment that they can.
You can map your fields, you can put everything in the computer, you know exactly what comes off a field and where the bad spots are.
The GPS really gets me excited because it takes away such a boring screen that maybe used to be to something that you seem a little more interactive with the new displays. It's a very, very nice tractor to run. I think they strive for excellence in the machines themselves. They offer many lines of equipment, from balers and forage harvesters to 50 horse tractors to 500 horse tractors, you know. And we have that whole range of tractors, and you know, we rely on all of them.
So my dad bought this tractor 40 years ago, and it was a rusty bucket of bolts.
Oh, yes. I questioned his sanity when he brought it home.
And he gave it to me, and then a year later he passed on. So it's
Lots of good memories.
Yeah.
Look at that. Whenever there's a new one come out, he's usually the first one to get me one, because that's what we do, right?
There's a legacy to all this equipment that New Holland has. It may not have been a New Holland tractor back then, but that tradition still continues with the New Holland brand today.
So this small tractor, which was a big deal back in its day, to the T8 that, you know, the technology is just huge, and it makes me very proud to be part of this brand.
New Holland builds products that will continue to evolve and make the farmer more efficient, that they can produce food for the world.
You take pride in feeding all these people, whether it's beef, dairy, chicken, you name it. It takes a group of people to do it, right?
Tractors.
But we also enjoy it. And I've told Matt that all his life growing up. Like if you don't enjoy milking cows, don't start milking cows, because, you know what I mean? But he does. I can tell he does. He takes pride in it. You know, there again, for me to see it, it's awesome. It really is.
That being said, I'm very grateful for the relationship that Dad has had with Roberts Farm Equipment over the years. Grateful for that, because that has been going on for many years already. And, you know, the dealership might be getting bigger, but we still have the relationship with Brian.
This isn't a light bulb, this is heavy-duty equipment we're talking about here. We don't need any fingers being pinched. We always talk about trust, right? We have to trust each other, and, you know, we got to trust our kids too, growing up. And I think you do with Matt and Vanessa as well. That's what makes it work.
I am so proud of you, Matt.
Thank you, Dad.
I really am.
Thank you.
I know he can do it.
But I can't do it alone either, so I still need help.